All right. Mike Arnall, here's your first question. Please describe how the coroner's office, under your management, expects to maintain a strong working relationship with law enforcement and other agencies within Adams County.
I believe that I currently have an excellent working relationship with both the law enforcement agencies as well as the public defender's office and the district attorney's office.
Okay.
I would say the way you get that relationship is to spend whatever time is necessary to assist those with whom you're working to understand the complex medical issues that rise in the specific cases with which they're dealing. And that's why there's an excellent relationship. I spend the time that's necessary to explain to them the medical aspects of their cases. And if that includes showing them textbooks or scientific articles, I do that. I do that both for Adams County and also immediately after this interview, I head over to Jefferson County to assist them in a complex medical case. Theirs is a child abuse homicide. There are complex medical issues, and particularly in the child abuse cases, the way it's worked out is I'll sit down for multiple afternoons, bringing the textbooks and the journal articles, assisting them to anticipate the different medical issues that will arise, showing them what is written in the textbooks, what is fair to say, what is not reasonable to say. And it may take 4 or 5 or 6 afternoons, and they progressively learn the subject so that they can present the subject to a jury, and they can present current scientific basis for the opinions that have been expressed. If one of the expert opinions expresses an opinion that's not based on the current literature, they can assist that other expert in getting closer to what the published literature says.
Okay. Number 2, as coroner, how do you expect to maintain accountability to the people of Adams County?
Well, physicians in general gain or lose reputation one patient at a time. The conventional view of a forensic pathologist is that all of the patients of a forensic pathologist are dead. However, there are the families or the survivors of those with whom we deal, and those are the individuals in the community with whom I will interact one at a time. I'm going to be gaining or losing my reputation one family at a time, one group of survivors at a time.
Number 3, what are the most important issues in being an Adams County coroner in 2010?
Credibility with the district attorney's office, the public defender's office, the private criminal defense attorneys, federal, state, local law enforcement agencies is obviously important. That credibility derives from service to those entities. Service requires time, and it requires knowledge. The credibility will be directly proportional to my knowledge of forensic medicine and the time that I devote to explaining specific issues to each one of those individuals. Credibility with the families of the loved ones is important, and that credibility is going to derive from the time that I spend in assisting each family to understand what happened to their loved one, what circumstances led to what each family is dealing with, probably the greatest tragedy of their life. They need someone to help them understand what happened, how it happened. At least that's been my experience. That's what they want. Attention to the needs of the families of victims. Spending the time that is necessary to help them is an important issue. And the last issue is expediting the family's preparations for funeral services. It is important that the family, in expeditious fashion, are able to make their preparations, and that, for the coroner's office, is interacting with the specific funeral directors that the families have chosen and expediting their needs.
Okay. Number 4, please explain how your extended qualifications, including being a medical doctor, will benefit the coroner's office.
I am a medical doctor. I'm triple board certified in anatomical pathology, clinical pathology, and forensic pathology. Forensic pathology is that area of medicine which addresses the issues that arise in a coroner's office. This job is hard enough. With over a decade of intense formal training and over 2 decades of experience, I cannot imagine the difficulty in attempting to do this job with any less training or experience.
Okay. Number 5, what do the voters of Adams County need to know about you as a candidate?
Well, I am a medical doctor with triple board certification. Board certification in those specific areas and issues that arise in a coroner's office on a daily basis. I have 28 years of experience in death investigation and autopsies. I've autopsied victims of mass murders, serial murders, plane crashes, train crashes, automobile crashes, drug overdoses, every type of terrible thing that can occur. I have memories that perhaps no human should have. But when something terrible happens, it's useful to have someone around with those memories and that experience and training to help figure out what happened in the most recent tragedy. It's good to have someone around who has that experience, and there's only one way to get it.